The big news this week is that Max Scherzer is out for the rest of the regular season and most likely, the postseason as well.
Yes.
Now, this is due to a teres major muscle strain, and we talked about this with Aaron Judge with the toe, right? That a
Yeah,
strain is also it's a partial tear of the
it is.
tissue.
Yeah.
So you can't just say, "Oh, it's just a strain. He'll be right back." No, no, no. That's not how that works.
No. No, no, no.
So Brig,
For those of you
are you ready?
watching,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Oh, you go tell them. Go
I
ahead.
was
I was
going to
going to
give you a
go.
little bit of an anatomy lesson.
Yeah, here.
The teres major muscle is on the back of the shoulder, where akin to where Brig is pointing, and it is part of the rotator cuff. And that is an issue with the pitcher who's having his issues with his teres major muscle.
So anyway, yes.
It's right
Is that why
here.
you wore your tank today, Brig? Just so you
Yeah,
could
it's
show us?
right. Just for here. It's right here.
Yeah, yeah. Except it goes instead of going this way, like your point, it goes this way. But
Yeah.
anyway, so it's part of the rotator cuff, which is interesting to me because we used to hear about rotator cuff injuries all the time, right? Like that was like the pitcher injury was the rotator cuff before the UCL got to be the big thing with Tommy John.
Yeah.
Like I had a buddy in high school who was a great pitcher, but his career ended because of a rotator cuff injury. Now, I'm not saying this is the end of Max Scherzer's career because they said it's a strain. It's not a full tear, although he is 39. Hold on to that, right?
Oh, I'm baseball family. If you'll notice, this pink line I have here matches this pink line I have here. I've had both of my rotator cuffs reconstructed.
Youch.
So when they say hopefully it's not the end of a 39-year-old pitcher's career, I wonder.
I honestly wonder too. Just
Yeah.
and the reason I want to say I hold out hope for it not ending his career is because it's a strain. It's not a complete tear, right? He hasn't completely torn the tendon. It doesn't seem like significant muscle damage, just besides a strain, which I actually looked it up and said, what's the best thing for a strain? It's just rest, relaxation.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that that's going to be the prescription for the rest of this year is just don't pick up a baseball because you're going to want to throw it.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's what's going on with Max Scherzer right now. And some interesting things about the Max Scherzer acquisition is he is the second ace that the Rangers have lost this year. Because don't forget, they lost Jacob deGrom to Tommy John earlier this year.
Yeah.
They've remembered how to win, Brig. The Rangers have.
I was going to say, and yet
five
they
in a
streak.
row.
Yeah.
5 in a row. That is a streak and then some.
Yeah.
6-4 in their last 10. They're currently sitting one game back of the Astros and are up a half a game in the wild card. The Mariners hold the third spot right now, and the Rangers are up a half a game on them. So I do wonder, though, Brig. So actually, before I ask you this question, I have a few things I want to share with you. So since Scherzer was acquired from the Mets, which happened July 30th of this year, he has made 8 starts with the Rangers. And since then, the Rangers as a team have gone 21-18. So is losing yet another ace going to be a problem for them and be the nail in the coffin for this terrible streak? I mean, they're 3 games over 500 since July 30th, right? But compared to what the Rangers were at the beginning of the season, that is a really bad stretch. Is this going to be the nail in the coffin for this really bad stretch that they've been on, or is this going to be a rallying point to carry them into the playoffs?
I mean, the real life answer is who knows.
Right.
But what I suspect is I think this is what happens. I think they still make it into the playoffs. You said they wouldn't. Maybe
I still don't think they will.
Maybe you're
unless I don't know. The Blue Jays seem to have forgotten how to win. So
correct. So I still think they make it into the playoffs. I think this does limit their depth of the depth of the run they make into the playoffs. Absolutely. But
Okay, yeah, I can see
I
that.
still think they make it in. They might get knocked off pretty early.
Okay, so I kind of asked you a loaded question. I need to apologize for that first because this is my thing: is that Scherzer has only had 8 starts, right? Like I don't feel like that's a
Yeah.
significant impact. Like yes, you could trot him out there game 1 of any series and be like, we've got a good chance of winning this thing,
We got to.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's a legitimate ace on any staff when he's healthy. But this is the thing that the reason that I think that the Rangers could potentially miss the playoffs is because of the absence of Adolis Garcia. I think that's going to have a bigger impact than the absence of Scherzer. Because I was looking into that too. I was looking into that injury, his patellar tendon injury, and he's not expected back for like another week or so. And there's only like 15, 16 games left in the season.
Right.
So not having Garcia could have a bigger impact. And when he comes back, he's not going to have a chance to do a rehab assignment either.
No, he's either going to have to not play until the postseason, or no, because all the minor league clubs are in.
That's what I'm saying. No
already.
rehab assignment.
Yeah,
they'll all be
it's
done.
not going to happen. There's no
They'll
chance
be done
for
by the time
rehab.
he can come back. So he'll either come back ice cold or have to just like pinch hit and pinch run for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I think his absence is what could be the downfall of the Rangers. Again, like I said, that's only if the Blue Jays remember how to win games because it seems like they've completely forgotten.
And only if Adolis Garcia comes back and can't hit the ball. There's a lot of ifs going on.
There are a lot of ifs, yeah.
Because
they've
if
had a
he
really good
comes
stretch over
back,
the last 10 days, and it's helped a lot.
If Adolis Garcia comes back and can produce, then who knows? That'll change everything.
Yeah, it will. So an interesting end of the season, end of the regular season for the Rangers, trying to figure out what's going on with pitching, and also that Adolis Garcia hole is pretty massive. So they're an interesting fall the rest of the way.